Picture this. You're in a meeting. Your boss asks for ideas. You offer a suggestion, but a colleague cuts in and says, "Okay, sure, I hear your idea, but we need something that actually works." Everyone chuckles. You feel the heat rise in your face. The moment is gone. You don't know how to respond. You don't want to look angry, so you let it go. You think you've won because you stayed calm, but you've lost. You've lost in a way you don't even see. This isn't just about feeling awkward. This is how society begins to erase you. It crushes you until you disappear, and you must learn to win. But what if, in that moment, you calmly made eye contact and said, "Perfect, so I guess you'd want to start by actually listening first, right?" Silence. The entire power dynamic of the room just shifted. You didn't get louder. You didn't get meaner. You took control. This video will teach you exactly how to do that. A word of warning. These techniques are powerful. They are not for starting fights, but for ending them with precision. The goal isn't to be a villain. It's to ensure you are never a victim. And the first step to taking back control is understanding what the bully is really doing. The bully's secret. It's not a joke. It's a power game. Every mocking comment, every passive-aggressive jab is a calculated move in a hidden power game. The bully isn't just throwing insults. They are strategically attacking one of 4 key frames that define your social power: your competence, your status, your control over the conversation, or your emotional stability. And once you understand their true goal, their power vanishes. The bully's playbook is brutally simple. They want to tear down your social position to make themselves feel superior. They do this to lower your social standing, create a lasting negative image of you, and build a power hierarchy with them on top. But here's the secret. These aren't signs of strength. They are broadcasts of desperation. They aren't being clever. They are broadcasting their own weakness for everyone to see. Because the real motive behind their mockery is always a hidden insecurity. Bullies mock you because of one of 5 reasons. They have felt invisible. You are a reflection of what they wish they could be, and they have to tear you down to prevent their own buried insecurities from resurfacing. They have fragile, narcissistic egos. They want to own the room's attention. Watch them closely when someone else gets praise. You will see the mask slip. It's a fascinating, if not pathetic, display of insecurity. They fear the new version of you. You might be more confident, dressing better, or simply becoming someone they can no longer control. Their mockery isn't because they hate you. It's because they fear this new you. They are battling for social position. Every mocking comment is an attempt to push you off the frame chair so they can claim it for themselves. They're using you for social control. They mock you as an example to show others, if you want to be part of this circle, you must stay inside this frame. You're not just being teased, you're being used as a pawn to broadcast their social dominance. Always remember this punchline. The person who mocks you often sees something in you that makes them feel insecure. Now that you know the why, it's time to learn the how, the secret weapon for turning their words against them. Frame control. In the hidden power game of conversation, there is a secret weapon that separates victims from victors. It's not about who has the loudest voice or the sharpest insult. It's about who controls one thing: the frame. Framing is the act of choosing a perspective that makes people interpret something differently. It's about controlling the context. For example, is someone a fighter, or are they aggressive? Are they confident, or are they too much? The person is the same, but the frame changes how the audience feels about them. The specific strategy you are going to learn is called reframing. This is where you strike back using the bully's own words to expose their mindset, their insecurity, or their status. The goal is critical to understand. You don't strike back to win. You strike back to expose why they mocked you in the first place. Your comeback must become a mirror, forcing them and the entire room to see the weakness they were trying to hide. Your goal is to turn their words into the frame that destroys them. Theory is useless without action. So now we move from the war room to the front lines. I'm going to arm you with 3 precision-engineered comebacks you can use the moment this video ends. 3 comebacks that make bullies look stupid instantly. This is the core of what you came here for. These are not just clever lines, they are strategic weapons. Remember the core principle. Every comeback must reflect the mocker's mindset. You never invent new words, you use theirs. First, let's handle an attack on your competence. Imagine you're in a meeting and you've just shared an idea. A colleague scoffs and says, "You talk like you're some expert. Have you ever actually succeeded at anything?" Do not defend yourself. Do not list your accomplishments. Instead, you stay calm, make direct eye contact, and ask this question. What's your definition of success? For me, it's when people actually listen. What's yours? Why it works. This isn't an insult. It's a trap. You use their word success and turn it back on them. It forces them to define a standard they likely can't meet, exposing them as someone who has no clear success of their own. You flip the frame from you being incompetent to them being inexperienced. That's how you handle an attack on your competence. But what about a more subtle attack, like a passive-aggressive jab? You've been putting in extra hours, and a coworker smirks as they walk past your desk. Wow, you've been working so hard lately, trying to score points with the boss? Don't deny it. Don't get flustered. Simply reflect their mindset back at them with a calm, knowing tone. You seem to understand scoring points really well. Must have worked for you before. Why it works. You use their exact phrase, scoring points, to expose their cynical worldview. The comeback makes the entire room realize the only reason they would make that comment is because they are projecting their own history of brown-nosing. You've revealed how they think, not what you're doing. Finally, let's take a raw, direct insult. Someone looks you in the eye and says, "You loser, you'll never succeed." The instinct is to get angry or defensive. Instead, you masterfully expose their deepest fear. If you're saying that out loud, you must really be afraid that I might actually succeed more than you, right? Why it works. This comeback bypasses their attack and strikes directly at the heart of their terror, the fear of being left behind. You're not arguing with their insult, you are holding up a mirror to their deepest anxiety for the entire room to see. They aren't attacking you because they think you'll fail. They're attacking you because they're terrified you'll win and leave them behind. Knowing what to say is only half the battle. Knowing what not to say is just as critical to holding your power. The 4 traps. Replies that make you weaker. Many people lose the power game because they use smart-sounding replies that are actually traps. They think they're winning, but they're accidentally surrendering their power. To avoid this, you must learn the 4 forbidden replies. Do not insult. An insult is a confession of being triggered. The moment you insult back, you show everyone that their words got to you. In any frame game, the person who reacts emotionally is the one who loses. The one who remains calm controls the room. Do not explain yourself. Explaining is unconsciously admitting guilt. If someone says, "trying to get attention," and you reply, "No, I'm just sharing ideas," you've already accepted their frame. You've given their accusation power by feeling the need to defend it. Do not invent new lines. When you create a new argument or a new insult, it makes you look like you're trying too hard to win the debate. And if you're trying to win, it means you feel like you're losing. The rule is simple and absolute. Use their words to flip the frame, not your own. Do not defend yourself. Defending yourself admits that they have the right to attack you. It automatically places you in a lower status position, as if you need to justify your existence to them. A powerful person never defends, they reframe. Here is the one lesson to burn into your memory. In a frame game, Arguing means you've already fallen into their trap. With these tools, you are now ready to control any conversation. True power isn't about being the loudest or the meanest person in the room. It's about understanding the hidden game being played in every conversation. It's about controlling the frame with calm, cold precision. It's about having the skill to take a bully's words and turn them into the very weapon that makes them look foolish, insecure, and weak. They don't just lose the argument, they lose their status, and they expose themselves for what they truly are. This was just a sample from my book, How to Make a Bully Look Stupid in One Sentence. If you want to flip a bully's words and make the whole room laugh at them in 3 seconds without explaining or insulting until it becomes instinct, this book gives you 50+ real-life mock-to-comeback examples, each broken down to show why they work. The replies you must never use. They make you weaker. How to judge when to respond and when silence is stronger. A method to improvise new lines on the spot. Ready to use comeback lines for any situation. A quick test to prove you're ready. Grab a free sample or the full book at the link in the description below.